Hi all, we have discussed earlier advantages of Python, and I would like to discuss about data types and Python today in today's session. So in the last session, we have learned about advantages of Python, which includes memory management, dynamic typing, and interpreted language. So I'm not going to explain again. I would like to explain today data types in Python. So what are the different data types in Python we would like to know? So first one is strings, numbers, lists, tuples, dictionary, and set. There are other data types like booleans or bool, we'll say bool. And there are other data types like frozen set. Okay. So most frequently used data types are these data types. First one is strings, numbers, lists, tuple, and dictionary and sets. Okay. So let's discuss about each one by one. So strings, let's take one string example. Python is simple. This is string. And what is the type of the string? So we know that the data type of this particular variable is string. The data type of s here is string. How would compiler will know? So we need to, when we want to check the data type of this particular variable, we'll generally write as type of s. So here print is a function to show the output in the console, nothing but output screen. And here, so by print is a function, and type is also inbuilt function which says about the data type. S is a data type which is nothing but a string. So when I write type of s, it shows string. Again, when I want to calculate the number of alphabets or the length of the string here, let me count 1 2 3 4 5 6, space is also included, 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 and 16. So length of s here, it is 16. Okay, coming to numbers. So let me take one example, which is nothing but x equal to 5, which is nothing but when I check the type of this particular x variable, it shows integer. X is an integer here. How x is an integer? Because we have defined x as 5. 5 is an integer value assigned to x. Okay, we need not explicitly mention the data type like other languages like Java or C, like integer. I need not mention here that integer. It dynamically takes the data type 5. It considers that 5 as integer value. This concept is nothing but a dynamic typing, which already we have discussed in the last session. Okay, so now print type of x says integer. Similarly, print type of 5.6 says float. Float is nothing but this, including decimal values. 5.6 is considered as a float. Similarly, 4.6, again, it is considered as a float. Okay, similarly, so how here also same dynamic typing concept is used. So we are not mentioning anything explicitly float. It's automatically taking 4.6 is considered as 4.6 is considered as float. Okay, similarly, if I take the value called Python here, this string, this is nothing but a string which we have defined, and when I check the type of x, it shows the string. Okay, so Python is a string. Similarly, if I mention 12.5 within double quotes or single quotes, any quote we can mention, we can take any quotes. So 12.5 is nothing but again string, because we have mentioned within single quotes or double quotes. Okay, whatever mentioned within single or double quotes, it can be integer, it can be float, it can be anything, but while mentioning within single or double quotes, it will be treated as string. Okay, similarly, there are other numbers called, if I write 5j, this is treated as complex numbers. Okay, so complex numbers are the special type of numbers which we won't use much. It will be very rarely used, but we will be using integer, float, and strings. So these are the data types which are immutable completely. Okay, so let me explain what is list here. List is one of the data type in Python, especially in Python. So it is nothing but heterogeneous elements of any data type. Here I have mentioned the integer, I have taken float values, I have taken string values. So it accepts list should be and list accepts it accepts any kind of data type. Here I have taken all the different data types, which includes numbers, and numbers means it can be integer, it can be float, it can be strings. Okay, so lists can have heterogeneous elements of any data type separated by comma. It can be separated by comma. Okay, and lists also accepts duplicate values. So for example, I have taken 12.5 here and again 12.5 here. Similarly, 76 here and again 76 here. So list accepts duplicate values. Similarly, lists should be defined within square braces only. So whenever we are writing a list, we are defining a list, it should be within square braces. And lists are mutable data type. What is mutable? Let me explain one by one. Before that, I would like to explain whether list is accepted with lists are ordered or unordered. While passing 22, 33, 41, 56, 76 in the same order, we will get the output. For example, I want to print the list. Simple. I can see the same order how the data is passed in the input. This is input, whereas 22, 23, 33, 41, 56, 76, 12.5, 13.8 Python. Here the same way, 22, 33, 41, 56, 76. So lists are nothing but ordered. Lists are ordered. So let me talk about mutability now. What is mutable data type? Here, let me modify the value 76 to 106. For example, L of. So I would like to talk something about indexes or indices. So here, list first value will be 0, second value will be 1, third value will be 2, okay, and so on, from left hand side to right hand side. Similarly, from right hand side to left hand side, it will be -1 for 76, -1, 12.5, -2, and so on. Okay. So while considering 76, at what index position is 76? This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So L of 4, let me take L of 4 equal to, let me change it to 106. As I'm taking integer value, I'm not mentioning anything within quotes. So let me take 106. I have modified here. So here we are modifying value 76 to 106. Okay, now print L, if you do, to be shown here. See, 76 is modified. 76 value 76 is modified to 106 here, which means we are able to modify. When we say it is we are able to modify, it is nothing but mutable. When we say we are not able to modify, that is nothing but immutable. So here lists are mutable data types. We have already written here, lists are mutable data types, and because we are able to modify that. Lists are ordered and lists are also indexed, because this is 0, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, nothing but indexes, internal internal representation, numerical representation of memory for this particular list starts with 0. So we'll call that as internal numbers, whatever we're mentioning, that we are call it as indexes. So this is first 0 index, 0th index. Generally index starts from 0. Index values starts from 0. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and so on. And this is from left to right only. From left to right. Okay. This is about lists, and lists are little slower in execution because of this mutability nature. Because of mutability they take more memory compared to comparatively or compared to tuples. They take little more memory compared to tuples, and slow because of mutability. They are little slower in execution compared to tuples. Okay. Okay. So here we have learned what all the behavior of lists. Lists can have heterogeneous elements. It can have it can accept duplicate values. It should be declared within square braces, and they are mutable data type, which means they are able to modify. They are ordered in the same order. Whatever the input order, output order also will be the same. And lists are indexed because of mutability nature. They take little more memory compared to tuples, and because of mutability nature, they are little slower in execution. Okay. Let me take other data type called tuples. Okay. So tuples also similar to lists. It also accepts all the duplicate values or all the heterogeneous elements separated by comma. And here it can have float values, it can have string values, it can have any value. It can have any value. So here I have taken 2233, and here I have taken duplicate values, whether it will accept or not. Let's see. So print t. So yes, it is also having the same order in which we have passed the input. For example, 22 the first place, 33 in the second place, 41 in third place, 56 in fourth place, etc. We have keep on passing the same input, and the output also we have got in the same order, which we have order is preserved here. So first thing, let's take the behavior by looking at this example. Let me take tuples or also heterogeneous elements separated by comma, and tuples should be declared. Tuples should be declared within round braces. And next, tuples are order is preserved. It's in the same order it will be there. And tuples are also indexed. So here also 0th position, at the 0th position, 22 at first position, 33, 41, 56, and so on. So similar in tuples are also indexed, tuples are order is preserved, and they should be declared within round braces, and they're also heterogeneous elements. So let's check whether these are immutable or mutable. So let me modify the value of 106 again to. So whenever we are mentioning the index, whenever we are trying to modify the value, we should mention the index number of that particular value within square braces here. Even though it is tuple, we need to mention this square braces while writing indexes. For example, I want to modify 106 to 206. Let me take 106. I want to modify to 20, or I want to modify to Java or Perl. I'm modifying this to value called Perl within single quotes, because it is a string. I am mentioning within its single quotes. So let me print tree and execute. It says type error. What it says, tuple does not support item assignment, which means tuples, we won't be able to modify the tuple values. For example, I can't modify 106 to Perl. So tuples are nothing but immutable data type, which we learned now. Again, tuples are immutable, not able to modify. Okay. And what is other difference we need to note, and how fast it is, as these are read only as tuples are read-only, they doesn't take much memory compared to lists, as these as a tuple is immutable data type. As tuple is immutable data type, these are faster in execution compared to lists. Okay, so one special thing, let's see here one special thing about tuples. I'm taking one tuple here, 12, 12.5 or 12.6, again 12.6, again 13, again 13, again 14, again 25. So I have taken tuple here. So let me check the data type of this tuple, type of T. So what it says? It says the data type of tuple is, the data type of T is nothing but tuple. So while taking the data type, let me remove these braces and replace with square braces. It says list. It is determining based on braces. So let me remove braces. Again, let me put round braces for tuple. So braces are mandatory to define. Based on the braces, it is saying the type of data. So for example, I have removed these braces for tuple. Still it says tuple, which means our braces are mandatory for tuple? No, braces are not mandatory. Whereas for lists, braces are mandatory. Let me see here. Tuple should be declared within braces, whereas braces are optional. They're not mandatory. Okay, you can just omit these braces while defining tuple. But let me take one more special thing about tuple. I'm taking single element within a tuple, 12. So what is the type of this data? A, it says integer data type. How can 12, which is defined within round braces, integer data type? So let me remove braces. Let me check the data type. Still it says integer. So while writing a single element within tuple, whether we need to mention the braces or it is not required. If you try to remove these braces, it becomes integer. So what special? How can you declare a single element within a tuple? You need to mention a single comma. At least one comma says that this is tuple. Now you can remove braces also. Still it says tuple because we have added this comma here. So this is one additional thing which you should know. Most of the interviews they will ask this question: how can you declare a single element within a tuple? Or they can ask whether the tuple braces are mandatory or not. So these are the additional things you should know about tuple. Okay. And what is the next data type we need to discuss is, next is a dictionary. So let me take dictionary. Okay. Or let me take set initially. Before dictionary, you should know about a little about set. So let me take S equal to a set which should be declared within flower braces. Set should be declared within flower braces. So let me see the behavior of set. Let me take few elements here inside the set. So 12, 12.5, 12.6, 12.6, 12, 12.6 again, 13, 14, 25. Okay. Sorry. So Python. Okay. So let me take different examples here, which are different data types here. 12, 12.6, 12.6, 12, 12.6, 13, 14, 25, and again Python. Again, I'm taking Python. So we have, let me print this. So based on this output, we can define the behavior of sets. So let me take it here. I have defined first as 12, it came properly. Second should be 12.6, but I got 13 here. Third should be 12.6. Third should be again 12.6, but I got, yes, 12.6 I got. Again, 14 here, but order, it different order. Python here, but it came here. And again, after Python, nothing is there, but still I have 25 here, which means you can see the behavior now. For example, sets should be defined, or sets are heterogeneous elements separated by comma. Heterogeneous elements includes all the data types. It can have strings, floats, tuples, whatever. Strings, floats, yes, you can have even tuples also. So let me take here one more tuple here. I can have 1 comma 2, simple. Still I can have tuple here. You can see tuple as a single element here in the first. But I defined last, but it came in the first. So we have learned sets are heterogeneous elements separated by comma. And next thing is set should be declared or defined within flower braces. Okay. And sets does not or doesn't allow duplicate elements, because if you see here 12.6 I have defined 3 times, Python I have defined 2 times, and 12 I have defined, let me take 12 I have defined 2 times here. Still I got 12 once, Python once, and 12.6 even once. So while printing set, simply it remove the duplicate values. Okay, sets doesn't allow duplicate elements. Next thing you should learn is, our sets are ordered? No, sets are unordered. Because they are unordered, even if you count the index 0, again 1, you can't even get the index, because here index at 0th position is 12, whereas output index 0th position we have a tuple 1 2, which is nothing but unordered, so unindexed, and so they are unindexed. Okay, so okay, whether sets are mutable or immutable, we should learn, we can learn later, because sets have some inbuilt methods called add or update. Based on that, sets will be, we will be able to modify the set values, set elements, which means sets are mutable. Sets are mutable data type. Okay, sets are mutable data types. And yes, these are the basic behavior of sets. Okay, unordered, we have learned that sets are unordered data types and they are mutable data types. That doesn't allow duplicates. They should be defined with this flower basis. Okay, so there is one more data type called frozen set, which is nothing but the same set. If I take the same set here, and I will just take this set as, let me take the same set again, let me take here, and I'll just define f equal to frozen set, f-r-o-z-e, and frozen set set of s. Okay, print f. Let me take here. Okay, it is showing here. Yeah, so here it is frozen set. Frozen set means nothing but it is frozen completely, so you won't be able to modify. Sets are mutable, whereas frozen sets are immutable. That is the only difference. Frozen set is immutable data type. Okay, while our set, to change it to frozen set, we need to define a function called frozen set, and within that function you need to take this set and just define here. Automatically this f became frozen set here. Okay, you can even get to know the type of frozen set, type of f. You can say, you can get as frozen set. Frozen set is one particular data type here. Okay, Let's learn about dictionary. What is a dictionary? So let me take D equal to. Before learning about dictionary, I'll just before talking about behavior of dictionary, let me take one example. Through that example, let's get the behavior of the dictionary. Let me take a key called country, UK. Similarly, state, or let me take product as some BOD, OD. Okay, and let me take its values are 30 is to 45. Here, if you know, if you consider here, print D. Okay, so let me take behavior now. So dictionary is key value pair set, key and value pair set. So it will have a key and value separated by colon. It will have separated by colon, and key colon value is considered as single element. So key and value together is considered as single element here. One more thing, dictionary should be defined within, again, flower braces, same flower braces. But what is the difference between sets and dictionary? Only key and value pairs here, they're only simple elements separated by comma. Okay, here each element, again, each element means key value separated by comma, separated by comma. Okay, so next behavior of dictionary is whether these keys and values should be what kind of data type it should be. So here we have to say key should be always immutable data type. So what are immutable data types here? We have learned till now. Numbers are also immutable because they are constants. 6 cannot be 7, 6 cannot be 200. So they can't be modified. 6 cannot be modified to 200. So numbers are immutable data type. Again, strings are immutable. Tuples are immutable. And even frozen set is also immutable. How we know tuples are immutable? Frozen set is also immutable. Strings are immutable or not? Okay, let me check that. Let me take simple string Python. So as we know, the index values of each and every element starts from 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2. So let me take 0, print 0, s of 0. It is showing p, which means p is at 0th position. Similarly, 3, it is showing h, 0, 1, 2, and 3 is at h is nothing but at 3rd position. So let me modify this h value to k. I am modifying this h value to k and then printing again s. It says no, string object doesn't support assignment operator, which again the same error which we got, like how we got for tuple. Tuple does not support as item assignment. So here the same error we can see for the strings also, which means strings are also immutable data types. So numbers, strings, tuples, and frozen set can be a key for dictionary. Okay, values can be of any data type. Values can be of any data type because values can be a list, values can be a tuple, values can be Strings values can be numbers. It can be mutable or immutable. Okay, so this is few basics which we have discussed about each and every data type here. I think bool is missed. Let me take about bool. Bool is very easy. Let me take 5 is greater than 6. So what should be the output? It should be false. This is of Boolean data type. So let me take x equal to false. Print type of x. It says bool. Bool is particular data type. We just have only two values, either true or false. So when I assigned false value to x, now x became Boolean type of, because it will have either true or false. Already I have assigned false, so x became Boolean value, Boolean data type. So these are the different data types, and we can discuss in detail while going in depth about each and every data type. Okay, so thank you. Whether if you have any kind of doubts, you can just comment it out here, or you can even reach me. Okay, hope this helps something about data types in Python. Thank you so much.